Okay, I don't have anything else to tell you tonight. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, I do have a few more things. Lieutenant Columbo, from the old TV show Columbo, he would always do that. Thank you very much, ma'am. I'll be going now. This door's over that, and he'll walk 3 steps toward the door, and then turn around and say, "Oh, by the way, just one more thing." And then he would lay a big trap, or he would explain to somebody that I got you. And you're basically, I got you, and I got a couple more things, loose ends to tie up, but I need you to answer this particular question because this is going to be part of what's going to sink you. So, and then the people, well, whatever the answer, and in the end, Columbo's like, well, you should have shut your yap at that point or whatever. But anyway, it gets them that way. So, just one more thing. We're looking for a lot of people to become spiritual trainers. People who know how to meditate really well, people who already have a lot of people that come to them for spiritual guidance. Well, you folks are well needed because we're about to have the most bizarre thing happening. We're going to have, I don't know. We were thinking about having like concentration camps. Really? Yeah. You're telling me not know. Concentration camps for the devils, the evil people. That toxic boss that just fucked you over so many times. People like that. People who refuse to raise their consciousness. Well, what we're going to have is concentration camps where they're going to go in and they're going to be given a crash course in meditating. And we're going to need spiritual leaders to teach them. And then we're also going to have enforcers there. Because if somebody gets ornery and says, the fuck, I'm going to do meditation, we're going to have somebody take them outside and they're going to get a billy stick. Because that's what they're going to do. They're going to use physical force to say, the fuck, you're not going to follow this. We're going to use physical force. We are. Because that's what we're going to have to do to keep unruly people in line. The Nazis did it. That was the evil darkness that kept good people locked up, and they were brutal to good people. So now it's going to be flipped the other way. Because these people have got to be they got to have their consciousness raised, and that's how you do it. So, it's just back to school. Isn't it fair? Because we have to get people up to the fifth dimension. And, that's force. That's force. And why are we using force? Because force works. Dr. David R. Hawkins of Consciousness Research used to consult for things like the United States government on how to deal with rogue states like North Korea. And Dr. Hawkins said basically what Ronald Reagan came out, or Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt said, speak softly, but carry a big stick. In other words, I'm the boss. I've got physical power, physical force over you, and you're going to do what I tell you to do. And what you're going to do is learn to meditate. And there won't be any back talk. And there won't be no bullying of other people. There won't be no bullshit. And there won't be any new, any new scams or any deals or, I don't know. Because that's what it's going to be. I don't know. It seems like a vast project. Because there's a hell of a lot of people that need to go in these concentration camps. So who's going to help us out? We think the intergalactic forces, because they're forces too. They're high in consciousness, but they're the ones that go around. And there's been all kinds of stories over the decades about nuclear weapons being deactivated by the extraterrestrials. So clearly they are technologically superior to us. And, we're going to need their organizational abilities because, seriously, I can't organize that from my hotel room. Oh, don't forget, I'm a homeless person. And the extraterrestrials understand that, I'm in terrible, dire straits. And there's a lot of people like me. Everyone knows all the homeless problem. So, when's this going to happen? Well, I don't know. It's all channeled through to me, so I didn't write this out. And then I'm not reading it or anything. It's just, it's coming through. So, what are you expecting? Well, I don't know. We're expecting just to see the extraterrestrials perform some works for us. In the original Star Trek, Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock put on a show of force on a planet that was very much like Earth. Earth in maybe the 1930s, but what they did is they used the ship's phasers to stun. It would be like using the ship's phasers to stun Al Capone's men. And they did, and then the gangsters still weren't completely convinced. So then One of them was beamed up to the ship to see there was indeed a ship up there, and there was something there that actually did that stunning, and then they went back down, and then they were willing to make a deal. And this is the same way that, the United States has used its enormous military to dominate the world. It was supposed to be to bring democracy and freedom to the world, and all these years later, what it brings is nothing but terrorism to the world, and terrorism to me, because of the electronic harassment and devilry that I receive. So, anyways, that's what's up. Well, this thing doesn't quite want to finish. Okay, so if I'm going to do Colombo again, just one more thing. Well, I just want to let you know that pretty much it's very difficult for me to understand why electronic devils owned by rogue elements of the United States military are sometimes interested in making these videos. I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing as bizarre as the devils that bedevil me. I don't know, because they're well, they usually say something, and then in the end, it's me who gets beaten up. So that's what it likes. That's what it's like to be a targeted person. Quite often, they want to get you all involved in something else, and they get you all misleaded. And in the end, I've known enough of these stories to know that in the end, I'm going to be beaten up again tomorrow or tonight by the electronic devils. What are you going to do about it? Nothing.